So I wanted to make this video about Samson and Milos splitting up after the Arnold. I'll just give my personal opinion. I think that was a bad idea by Samson. I mean, I'm just looking at, just logically looking at all the progress that he has made, Samson has made with Milos over the last few years. I mean, there were nothing less than extraordinary. His ability to put on that kind of muscle in such a short amount of time is just amazing. And I feel like without Milos, he would have made progress, but I don't think it would have been as fast. And I mean, Milos did come out and say that he failed to bring Samson in his best conditioning. But Milos has been doing this for a very long time. He's brought plenty of people in condition. And I mean, it's not rocket science. So it kind of leads me to believe that a man with that kind of experience like Milos, being able to, bring many other people in great condition and fullness at the shows, knew what he was doing. So I have to kind of point to Samson at this one and just say that maybe he wasn't suffering enough. And I know people say, oh yes, he is suffering and he is, cutting extremely hard, and is, he's trying to keep his, weight up while he's cutting all this body fat off. And I would say to that maybe that's the problem. Maybe he's suffering, but maybe he's also just coming in too heavy. And I know that nobody wants to reduce muscle, especially in open bodybuilding. It's like the idea is you just pack in as much muscle as possible everywhere. But Samson has got a great structure. He's aesthetically pleasing. He's got a great structure, and he's one of the heaviest guys on stage. He can reduce his muscle mass by a couple of pounds and be just fine. And it's not going to diminish him, in that aspect of the judging at all. I mean, he got beat by Hadi. Hadi is what, 230, 235 on stage. Samson's what, 275, 285, something like that. So it's a huge weight difference, but it didn't help him. So, I would say go ahead and just eliminate a little bit of muscle. Allow that to, bring you in more shredded, peeled, just crispy, as crispy as you can get. And that will be a much better package. I truly believe that he's just bringing in too much muscle. And I know that's crazy to say. You're in men's open bodybuilding. How can you have too much muscle? There's no such thing. But I really do believe that he's just bringing in too much muscle. It's unnecessary. He's not competing against guys that are like up to his level with the weight and the musculature. So as far as like the heaviness, I mean, you could say musculature in the sense of where the muscle is, but Hadi's got like he almost came in as perfect as you can at the Arnold. But I'm thinking more from a weight aspect, like just losing a few pounds of muscle does nothing negative for Samson, but it absolutely will help him come in better condition, and that's where he's lacking. So, really this video I made this video more about how I just didn't think it was a great idea for him to leave Milos, and I still don't. I think Milos can get him sharp. I just think they need a different strategy. They've already been working together. This coach jumping from one to the other is really like just it's not a good strategy, and a lot of people do that. And then the funny thing is that when they jump to a different coach and they come in a little better, they're like, oh, you see, I made the right decision. It's self-validating. But in reality, you could have came in with the same condition just with your earlier coach, the one that has helped you to get to this point, period. It's just one of those things. I'm not in Samson's shoes. I don't know if there's other things going on. I don't know if Milos is just flooding him with insulin and he's just tired of doing that much, pushing the envelope that much. I'm just really speculating at this point. But I would say if everything is fine and you're just upset with the fact that you didn't come in as conditioned, that's not a reason to eliminate your coach and go to a different one, because now you have to start all over. Now that new coach is going to have to learn your body, and you're going through this whole process all over again. It can be pretty disheartening. So that's my view on it. I think Samson and Milos should look back up. I think they just should revise their strategy. I mean, Samson's almost there. Like, he's literally almost there. He just needs one little aspect of his game to improve. To leave your coach right after the Arnold, I think it's silly. And you did come in second, so it's not like you were third, fourth, fifth. I mean, you got beat by a guy who just won the Olympia not that long ago and came in second in the Olympia last year. So it's not like you got beat by some schmo. You got beat by, the best bodybuilder, I believe, on the planet right now. No disrespect to Derek, but I truly believe Hadi is the best bodybuilder on the planet. Nobody's asking for my opinion as far as like Samson and Milos, but if they did, that's what I would tell them. Link back up, bring a different strategy.